All right, today we're jumping into a totally different way to learn digital skills. We're talking about an approach that basically tears up the rulebook and focuses on one thing and one thing only, getting you practical, real-world experience.
So let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You get all hyped up, sign up for an online course, and then, bam! You're hit with this mountain of PDFs, a bunch of generic videos, and you're thrown into a huge group where you can't even get a question answered. It's so frustrating, right? And honestly, it's just a massive waste of your time and energy.
And that really gets to the core of the problem. A lot of these courses, they teach you about stuff, but they don't actually give you the skill. You walk away knowing a bunch of theory, but can you actually build that website? Can you run that ad campaign? Not really. Your head is full, but your hands are empty. But what if there's a better way? Well, that's what we're digging into. It's a method called the Asan way, and its whole reason for being is to give you real, useful skills with zero fluff.
You can really see the difference laid out right here. On one side, you have the old way, those boring, crowded batches, endless reading, and certificates that don't really mean much. But then you look at the Asan way. You get one-on-one attention, you work on real projects, and you walk away with skills you can actually show off in a portfolio. It's a night and day difference.
And this quote from the founder, Asan, just hits the nail on the head. I don't sell certificates, I build confidence. See, it's not about the piece of paper. It's about that feeling of knowing you can actually do the work. You don't just know about marketing, you own it.
Okay, so how do they make this happen? It all comes down to these 4 pillars. First, everything is 100% practical and one-on-one. Second, there's no theory overload. You learn by doing. Third, forget about collecting certificates. The focus is entirely on building real skills. And finally, you get honest, direct mentorship to actually guide you. No hand-holding, just real guidance.
So what can you actually learn with this method? Let's take a quick look at the different programs they've set up to get you from zero to mastery.
So you've got a few different tracks, depending on what you need. There's the Digital Mastery Program, which is this huge 80-plus hour deep dive into marketing and web dev. Then you've got the Career Power-Up, a super focused course for job seekers to nail their resume, LinkedIn, and interviews. Life Design is more about mindset and personal branding, and they even have Bulk Impact for custom workshops for companies or colleges.
But honestly, knowing what you can learn is only half the story. The really cool part, the real game changer, is how it all works.
It's a really simple, powerful loop. First, you have your personalized sessions. This is where you get that undivided attention from your mentor. Then, step 2, you immediately jump into real projects. You're building things, not just reading about them. And the outcome? You finish with a portfolio of actual work that hiring managers and clients will actually care about.
And they have this really cool philosophy that ties it all together, called Learn Like Arjuna. Now, if you know the Mahabharata, you know Arjuna was this legendary warrior known for his incredible focus and skill. And he got there because he had a dedicated mentor. That's the whole idea here. Learning with laser precision with an expert right there with you every step of the way. So if any of this is sparking your interest, you might be wondering, okay, what's the catch? What's the first step? Well, it's not what you think. It's not about signing up for a course. It's just about having a conversation. And the price for that conversation? A big fat zero. It's called the Asan Vision Hour, and it is completely free. They're literally removing any barrier to just figuring things out. And this is the most important part. You need to know what this Vision Hour is and what it isn't. It is not a sales pitch. Let me say that again. It is not a sales pitch. It's a clarity session, a strategy session. It's designed to help you map out your career path, to have some real talk about your goals, and to leave with actual steps you can take. No fluff. Period. So that leaves us with one last question to chew on. In a world where we're drowning in information and endless online courses, what could just 1 hour of focused, expert clarity actually do for you? What if that one conversation could be the thing that changes the entire direction of your career? Just something to think about.